Hello everybody, it's me, Real American, back again with a new prediction video, and this is the Senate prediction video. This is going to be my second to last official prediction for this cycle. Second to last. So yes, before we begin, if you guys do enjoy these videos, hit that like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yeah, I think we're going to reach 5K by election day. Let's do it. So this is the second to last Senate prediction video that I will be making this cycle. The last one will be released on November 1st, 2020, at the same time as I posted on my Twitter. So if you guys are ready, it's going to be kind of an interesting day. So yes, before we begin, right, I need to note this to everybody. Again, these videos are using a model that I have on a separate screen of a spreadsheet that has all of the data I have. I'm not using polling. I'm going to get this right out of the way. Polling for Senate races in particular are complete garbage. So I'm just completely ignoring that and looking purely at the models I've created on a separate sheet of screen, I should say. Sorry. And yes. So yes, let's get started. For the safe Republican states, Idaho, Wyoming, everything here, Oklahoma, Texas, Cornyn will win by at least 10 to 12 points at the very minimum. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama is safe. Don't give me this nonsense that Doug Jones is going to be within 10. Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and the great state of Alaska. Dan Sullivan, while a weak candidate, he's lucky that he has Trump on the ballot, which will help him greatly in the state of Alaska. He will win by at least 10 points. So these are the safe Republican seats. Don't give me this nonsense that Doug Jones is going to be competitive or John Cornyn is going to lose. As for the Democrats, we're going to have Oregon, Illinois, the Northeast, Virginia, and that is it. This is the real deal Senate races. These are the races that will determine the Senate. All right. So yes, let's get started with the likely Republican seats, which will be Kansas. Marshall will win by at least 8 to 9 points. And looking at the data, he did fall off a little bit the past couple of months, but not to an extent where it's going to be lean margin or borderline lean. He may have fell off by a point, but the data is still indicating he will win by a good enough margin. The Republicans don't have to worry about it. I firmly believe that Steve Daines will win after the disaster that was Bullock in the debate with the Supreme Court. Pretty much killed his chances, I think, in Montana. And Steve Daines will win by at least 6 to 7. Now we got one more Senate race. That's going to be likely Republican. That's going to be the state of South Carolina. Things are getting a little bit closer. Every day it's getting maybe, a percent closer in the past couple of months. But Lindsey Graham will win by at least 8 points. He'll do a little bit weaker than Trump, but he will still win by a likely margin. Don't give me this nonsense that he's going to be within 1, all right? And yes, this is the likely Republican seats. I'm going to talk about Georgia in a second. I'm not going to put it as likely. I'll tell you why. So for the likely Democrat states, really there's only one. New Hampshire. It's just the Republicans have a terrible candidate on the ballot. That's an absolutely abysmal candidate they are running there. So yes, this is the only Democrat likely seat. We'll talk about New Mexico in a second. It's getting interesting there. So now we gotta do the lean Republican seats. Iowa. Ernest will win by 4 to 5 points at least. And right now, I'm looking at the data. Right now, she's projected to win by around 4 points. I'm saying she's going to win by 4.5 to 5 points. So she will win by, while a bit too close for comfort, still a wide enough margin for Republicans not to worry about it. Both Georgia elections. Perdue will win his election. Don't give me this nonsense. He will win by at least 4 to 5 points. The issue I have with lean is because you have so many third-party candidates, and you're going to have such a weird I don't even know how to say it. All right, but in a nutshell, David Perdue will win by at least 4. As for the special election, I would say it's likely, but I'm gonna put it as lean because I'm gonna have people say, "Oh, actually, it may be within 4.9%." I'm gonna put it as lean, just mainly because I can see why people would say it'd be a little bit closer. Democrats actually are a fairly strong candidate in that special election, but it's not enough to win it. I think it'd be a lean Republican, borderline likely. As for the Democrats, you're gonna see Colorado be lean Democrats, getting closer. If this election, if Cory Gardner's comeback started a month prior, I could see this being a potential hold for the Republicans. But his comeback started way too late. All right, he's having a strong resurgence in the polls. Well, not polls, but the data. And quite frankly, the ground game there has gotten a little better for Cory Gardner. But I don't think Gardner will win at the end of the day. He's going to lose by, I would say, 4 points or so. Not as badly as people would say he would, but he'll do a little bit better than Trump will. And yeah, Gardner will win by 4 to 5, lose 4 to 5 points to Hickenlooper. As for New Mexico, I'm shocked by it. Republicans are running a pretty good candidate in New Mexico. Got the endorsement of some big newspaper publishers in the state of New Mexico, which will help the Republican there. All right, and really, it's not enough to flip it, but it is good for the future of Republicans in the state of New Mexico. It is pushing the needle a little bit more Republican more quickly than expected. He will lose by 4 to 5 points, kind of like Cory Gardner, but he'll make it a lot closer than people expect. New Mexico is the one state where I say Republicans have a good shot to do a lot better in the Senate races. So these are the lean states, and already Republicans have 50 Senate seats, pretty much I say guaranteed at this point. So now it is time for the tilt states. These are the 5 Senate seats will determine the Senate majority. And right away, Republicans are going to win North Carolina. Tom Tillis has been saved by Kel Cunningham's just being an idiot a couple years back. It backfired on him, and I'm saying that Tom Tillis is going to win. It's going to be borderline lean, probably will be lean, but for now, I'm going to say it's a tilt victory for Tom Tillis. 4 other states remain. And one of the other Republican states will be Michigan. John James will win. At this point, momentum's fully on his side. Polling there from Trafalgar. I only listen to polls from Trafalgar, Big Data, by People's Pundit, aka, etc. But the data itself even indicated that Trump will win by a good enough margin there. So John James should win there by at least 1%. It'll still be tilt, technically, but I do think he will do a lot better than people expect. He will win Michigan. And the last Senate seat that's going to go Republican as of now will be Susan Collins. Things are shifting. Things have completely flipped upside down in Maine. Alright, first you had the ACB nomination, which she voted no, Susan Collins did, which may have helped her, actually, in Maine. And also you have ranked choice voting, which will help Susan Collins maybe a little bit, especially with the Libertarian candidate. And kind of offset really by the Green Party candidate, but I do think it'll help her a little bit. But what helped her the most was that debate performance. It wasn't the best, but I think it did just enough to push it back into tilt, Republican. I think it'll be enough for Republicans to get a 53 Senate majority. As for the state of Arizona, Mark Kelly I do think will win, though it's be a lot closer than people expect. Kelly will win at the end of the day. And yes, right now I only have one truly competitive race I cannot make a decision on. I will make a video on this soon. Don't worry, I'll make a video on it tomorrow. The great state of Minnesota. I have to make a separate video on this, because a lot is happening in the Senate Minnesota race. And yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video Senate prediction. If you guys did, hit the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit that little bell. And yeah, remember, try to get us to 5K by Election Day. That'll be appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed. God bless you all, and have a great day.